On July 8, 1842, an astronomical event captured the attention of all the inhabitants of Venice. It's 8 a.m. and the entire city is gazing up at the sky to witness something they had never seen before, something that, for many at the time, seemed like a supernatural event. For the first time in their lives, they were witnessing a solar eclipse. Standing apart from the crowd was Ippolito Caffi, an Italian painter who, like everyone else, was in awe of what he was seeing. However, this moment would remain etched in his memory and serve as the inspiration to create one of the most impactful paintings you will ever see. This man held in his memory the exact moment when the moon covered the sun's light, and 3 weeks later, he was able to capture this incredible scene in meticulous detail. Unfortunately, this painting has been heavily criticized throughout history for what some call inaccuracies, as the painting is not entirely true to reality. In this video, we will thoroughly analyze this painting, its creator, and we will attempt to uncover the inaccuracies that have distanced it from reality. Let's begin. Ippolito Caffi, born in Belluno in the Eastern Dolomites, was a renowned vedutista, known for his detailed depictions of urban landscapes, particularly the architectural splendors of Venice. Caffi received his initial artistic training in Padua, but later moved to Venice, where he attended the Academy of Fine Arts. Despite enjoying the classes, he soon found the environment too rigid and oppressive, leading him to relocate to Rome. At that time, Rome was a vibrant city artistically, attracting painters from around the world, which allowed Caffi to explore new trends. In Rome, Caffi chose to focus on the genre of the veduta, a style of painting that flourished in the 18th century, particularly in Venice. However, one of Caffi's greatest achievements was revitalizing this genre in the 19th century, introducing innovative elements such as new visual perspectives and a special attention to light effects. These characteristics imbued his works with a strong emotional impact. In this piece, for instance, the light effects transport us directly to Venice. We can feel the city's atmosphere as we observe the entrance to Piazza San Marco, with the column of the winged lion, symbol of the city's protector. To the left, the Doge's palace can be seen. Caffi's brushwork is loose yet precise, with extraordinary handling of light, which adds great emotional depth to the scene. Additionally, his use of unprecedented framing, influenced by early photography, captures a melancholic tone, reflecting the physical decline of Venice during the final Austrian occupation. An example of this is the moon's reflection on the waters of the San Marco basin, creating a poetic atmosphere. Caffi not only portrayed Venetian views, but also scenes from the Orient, bringing the veduta genre into a surprisingly modern context. Although he was often compared to Canaletto, famous for his scientific precision, what Caffi achieved was a new dimension, more romantic and emotional, allowing viewers not only to see these places, but to experience them. While highly appreciated during his lifetime, Caffi's true recognition came in the 1960s with a major exhibition in Venice. Today, he is remembered as one of the most talented landscape painters of his time, though much of his work has been lost. His most famous work is the solar eclipse in Venice on July 8, 1842, which we will analyze today. The eclipse on that day had a profound impact on Ippolito Caffi, who was fascinated and completely absorbed by the phenomenon. Just a few weeks later, he completed this painting to present it to his mentor and confidant, Antonio Tessari. This celestial event was significant in the history of astronomy. The last eclipse had occurred in 1816, making the 1842 eclipse the first opportunity for a new generation of astronomers to witness one. Given its rarity, Caffi not only aimed to capture the eclipse, but also the awe and curiosity of the Venetians who witnessed it. Despite its beauty, the work was criticized for supposed scientific inaccuracies. The scene, viewed from the northeast of Venice, was questioned for having an overly broad perspective. In a letter that Caffi wrote to his mentor Antonio Tessari, he explained, "I looked from the Fondamente Nuove and saw an infinite horizon, and from south to north the scene was as clear to me as in those two sketches you can see. The painting shows the eclipse in progress from a viewpoint in northeastern Venice near Ponte Panada. Today, the timing and duration of solar eclipses are known with precision, as they were in the 19th century. The total eclipse in Venice lasted less than a minute, allowing us to accurately calculate the position of the sun and moon at that moment. According to modern time zone standards and daylight savings, the eclipse peaked at 7:40 a.m. However, on the back of the painting, Caffi indicates the time as 8 a.m., which led to the first critique of the painting for its inaccurate timing. In my opinion, this critique seems somewhat exaggerated. While the position of the eclipse in the sky is reasonably accurate, Caffi placed the eclipse sun higher and more centered than it would have appeared, and exaggerated its size to about 8 times its real dimensions. This led to the second critique. The estimated position of the sun and moon, based on the viewing angle between the bell towers of San Michele and San Pietro, was derived from the painting. It is said that Caffi had a photographic memory, so it's possible that he either did not recall the exact position in the sky or deliberately exaggerated it to enhance the artistic composition. What do you think? Caffi did not begin painting until several days after the eclipse. In his letter to Tessari, he writes, "The subject of the eclipse seemed to me something extremely difficult to represent in a painting, and sublime, so for days I was unsure whether to attempt it. But later, encouraged by all of Venice, who told me I knew how to handle these effects, I began a painting 5 feet wide by 3 feet tall, which I hope to finish for the next exhibition." The sketch in the letter is a preliminary version of the painting, not a sketch for it. Still incomplete, the painting has some differences, such as the absence of sails in the center of the middle ground and the sun and moon not yet aligned along the central line. The most common critiques of Caffi's work arise from the unusual wide angle of light projected by the moon. In addition to low clouds, some illuminated and others in shadow, the painting shows a layer of thin, high-altitude clouds. A layer of high clouds could have acted as a screen, showing the moon's shadow in the sky rather than on the ground. At the beginning and end of totality, the moon's shadow extends across the landscape, although it is difficult to see unless one is in an elevated position. However, with high clouds, it's likely that the shadow would have been seen moving across the sky. It's possible that Caffi was trying to depict this phenomenon by capturing the movement of the moon's shadow crossing the landscape during the eclipse. Or perhaps Caffi's imperfect memory of a fleeting moment influenced his portrayal. Or maybe the emotional impact of the eclipse inspired him to emphasize the sweeping shadow of the moon. We will never know for sure. This painting is now available in our catalogue if you'd like to have a reproduction in your home. Shipping is completely free worldwide, so I invite you to visit our website and place your order. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Leave a like if you found this video interesting and subscribe to see 2 analyses like this every week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more art content. See you in the next video. Bye.